Good evening. I'm Eric Zawadzki. I'm the developer for the Deviant Renegades game, this is my regular tabletop group playing in quarantine. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Jake playing Steve.
Noel playing Benji.
Rachel playing Tamsin.
Mark playing Solomon.
All right. So let's start out with some quotes.
Yes. Just think of me as a very fleshy car.
Can't remember the context of that one. Oh!
Nope.
Nope. Said as he turns off anomalous biology. Now we don't have to pretend to be in pain. Method acting, nice. You can have the conductor's gun. I'm very generous. I'm going to assume that the speed of light is faster than a bullet. I was sad, but then I saw how that idea made Eric squirm, so now I'm on board. It's a rocket launcher turret with infinite rockets. You found a cheat code.
Gosh. Oh. Jesus.
Tamsin and Saul, you receive phone calls. Tamsin from Coach Stubenwaffle and Saul from Inara. Oh, shoot. We should have grabbed them before. We're bad at this. And lastly, time for everyone to lick the kitty.
Yeah, it's still pretty
Yes.
We'll lick the kitty more.
Yeah, well, you can only lick the you can't lick away the damage you do to yourself. All right,
Well,
so
I feel like it's sad, and then I saw how that idea made Eric squirm, so I'm on board is sort of like our mission statement. So
yeah, because I'll let you get away with anything the first time. But okay, so were there folks who wanted to spend experiences?
Nope.
I
Yeah.
have 0 XP.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up a point of subterfuge and a point of firearms.
Okay. Definitely been using the latter quite a bit. Or enough. All right. Everyone did something with touchstones last chapter, so no instability for that. Does anyone have anything unusual? What's your instability use look like? I think some of you have none right now.
Yeah, empty. Clear.
Yeah. There was a lot of rescuing going on last session.
Yeah, this is like starting a session with no instability for.
I've still got some instability, but
oh wow, okay, that like never happens to you.
that's because I'm
Usually...
not a guardian anymore.
Yeah, so you don't get all the freebies.
Yeah.
Okay, so aspirations. If you want to adjust them given the circumstances, go for it. Benji's was declare independence. Saul was save Inara. Tamsin was save Coach Stupenwaffle. And Steve was blog posts. And I'll be real with you, Jake. I don't think blog posts are happening this chapter. So if you want to change it, go for it.
You might want to up your aspiration level a little bit too.
No, I don't know. I feel like blog posts.
Walk to fridge and grab a drink.
But I mean, it would
get a Pepsi.
So, really, his easy sounding one is the inachievable one.
It might also be hard to go to the fridge and get a drink.
It's true.
I need to spend more time out with people.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could go with the declare independence thing. It seems like a lot of the rescuing that we still have left to do doesn't really involve me, but
it will.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't worry, we'll make sure you're included.
Yeah, we will need me to step in as Jared for a while, won't we?
Yes, it's a very real possibility.
That is part of the plan, right?
I think so.
Making that up. Okay, I'm going to make that my aspiration then.
Didn't somebody just buy Face Thief? Was that you?
That was
me. Yes, then yes.
And it went horrible last time, so let's try it
Pretend to
again.
be Jared.
I need to be working on healing
Oh,
because I have 4 lethal and 1 bashing right now.
yeah, he's a
Join
little...
the club.
By the way, Benji, while you're healing, I need some maintenance.
God damn it.
Oh boy. Whichever what your maintenance deal is, it's like you have to you need like a back rub or something. Or something extensive though.
No, he's
a crafts thing.
It's a crafts thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But it can only be done by Benji.
He's
automotive massage.
Well, he's the one with craft.
Oh.
Yeah.
Crafts, not crash.
He's
yes,
good at
crafts.
I guess you have a dot.
I have a dot in crafts.
I'm unskilled, but I do like doing things to try new things.
It doesn't always mean he
Ultimately,
succeeds, but
hear me out. You're raccoon.
What?
Have little raccoon
Why
hats.
would? Yes,
you can teach your raccoon to give massages.
Or whatever your...
But it's I
love how I managed to turn this into getting massages. It's a massage with a hammer.
No, I don't think it's really a massage. But besides, isn't it like intelligence plus crafts or something like that?
Well, so it's like to set up your disguise, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
it's like flesh sculpting.
Yeah, it is like that. But hey, you can cut me open and I don't bleed, so.
I mean, if you just need to bleed, I have 4 dots in firearms. But I'm just saying, I'd be more likely to get a more precise hit with my dex plus firearms versus my intelligence plus crafts.
Well, I have 11 dice for this roll, so
let's just let
probably
Benji
better
do
than
it.
you trying to shoot his face into a likeness of Jared.
I hope we don't have anything immediate to go and do, or maybe we should save this until we need Jared, because it also takes.
Well, the last session ended with phone calls from Inara and Heinrich.
Yeah, we probably have a little bit of urgency.
Yeah, so maybe we could hold off on the maintenance for now. Because the maintenance, I believe the maintenance is 11 hours or something like that. It's a ridiculous amount of time. It's basically a day of someone's time.
Probably means he doesn't get that time worth of healing.
no, my healing is just, it takes 2 days to get a lethal back. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could hospitalize myself to have that, but that doesn't seem like a good idea right now.
Well,
where did you get these injuries?
10 hours.
I may need to.
10 hours.
The damage that I have is all from a damage I dealt to myself with my powers, so I can't heal them in any other way.
Mine is from being blasted with some sort of thing. I don't remember what it was.
Go play with the cat then.
Yeah, I was gonna say
You just did.
Oh, did you already do that?
How often does that happen?
Once per chapter.
So you can do it now.
Okay.
Who wants to go play with the kitty?
I guess after this phone call.
Steve does. I mean, Steve doesn't have any damage on him. He just likes to play with animals.
Well, in that case, you're probably going to damage out.
Anyway.
So, okay. So for the purposes of like, yeah, obviously we have some rescue mission type things to deal with, but we should probably think about how we're going to use our conspiracy actions.
Yes.
because we could probably do that to solve some of our problems.
I would say keep it in mind. Don't make your decision yet, because things are about to get a whole lot worse.
Right,
Okay.
yeah. When any of our nodes get attacked, that takes a conspiracy action. So, right.
So anyway, phone call from Anara, phone call from Heinrich. The overall message is clearly the same. They have been abducted, and Heather warns you not to come looking for them or bad things will happen.
Are they trying to leverage them for anything? Or it's just we have them, don't do anything about it at the end?
I feel like they're missing. I'm like, are they trying to get us to come after them or trying to not get us to come after them? Because
right now it seems like a poor blackmail.
We just destroyed her node, so... Well, okay.
She might not be in a position to make threats other than please don't come and beat me in the face.
Yeah. Actually,
her
that's
node despite her face.
perhaps not even true. I don't actually think we destroyed her node. We caused her problems, but we didn't get her, and we didn't shut off her ability to do what she does. So her node still technically exists.
Yeah.
We really only anode her.
You really only annoyed her. Yes, thank you, Rachel.
Good Lord.
Think I know where she lives, though.
We also, didn't we know where the other site was?
At the end of the train track, it would have to be.
Well, but we don't know where it is, though.
Tracksville mini.
No, we don't know where it is.
No, we just know there was one, but we did not know the actual location.
Correct.
Even though when we went back in time and looked at them leaving, we looked at that information as where they were going and how they did the load up and all that.
When we didn't find out that they had moved some of the prisoners until after we got there. We did not see that in the shadows.
No. And we never looked into where the train tracks lead.
Because your only concern was getting the ones that you had on the train currently off the train and to your safe location.
And the phone call was from these people or just from their number that it was Heather speaking?
It was from them, but after they, had a few moments to hyperventilate, Heather took the phone from them and gave her threat and ended the call.
Your voice quality seems poor on our end, Eric.
Yeah, you're breaking up a bit.
Okay, so it's not just us?
No.
Probably not. Is it a little better now, or is it still a wreck?
Sounds good.
It's better.
Better, yeah. It's just a moment ago it was very crackly.
Yes.
Okay.
Now it's only
so bit. Yeah, the first group that you were doing, when you just loaded the folks that you had the train to a safe location, you weren't interested in where the train track was going. I remember Noel making it very explicit that she doesn't care where the train is supposed to go. So.
Well, we need to find site B, or if there's C, D, etc., I guess. But right now, I need to pet this cat, and I kind of hurt. And I really don't like hurting, so I'm going to go rest.
So,
So you're...
Go ahead.
Good. I was just confirming that you had gone back to Serendipitous Gardens.
We had,
that's
yes.
my proposal.
Okay.
Well, if I would say, I'm pretty sure that I stuck my cat in a kitty carrier that was in one of the getaway vans. So you have access to kitty healing without having to go back.
Okay. Well, I will pet the cat now, but I'm still open to going back.
Yeah, that's where we were bringing all of the
I need to
prisoners.
Hold on, because I don't have I don't have magnitude 3 printed out. Here, no, that's where that is.
And how long is bashing? It's pretty quick from what I recall.
Bashing is like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. I think it's 15.
Okay, so I'll be able to heal the bash pretty soon.
It's negligible. All right, so back at Serendipitous Gardens is the plan?
I'm trying to check the amount of healing that he gets. I'm just
Okay.
Dealing with
it's
very
too lethal
loading things. Is it too lethal?
Yeah, because it's Scar Power, and a Manticore Scar Power is 2.
Okay.
They're basically treated as having 2s and everything.
Okay.
You said it was 3.
I don't know. I said I'm trying
okay.
to look it up, but it's taking a while to load. So I never actually gave
you saying the Scar Power is 2. I thought you said it was 3.
No, I said, sorry. She has magnitude, or he has magnitude 3, essentially. I don't have that printed out, is what I said. But
so 3 is different than 2.
No, that's not the Scar Power.
Stat 1. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Scar Power.
Yes.
Okay. Then 1 more is a lot better. I'm feeling okay, I guess. Still hurts. Being shot or whatever happened. Exploded on. No, it wasn't exploded. That wouldn't hurt. Must
You're
have been
probably shot.
It's probably shot. By that sniper flying bat lady.
The sniper flying bat lady.
Sniper flying bat lady.
Who got rocketed?
She did get rocketed.
Then do push-ups so we can heal more.
All right, so Serendipitous Gardens. Okay. It is currently Saturday night. What you up to?
Well, how are we going to find out where our people are?
Well, do I have anything? I'm assuming that I don't have any paperwork that indicates where other facilities are, but I'm wondering if I have paperwork pertaining to the train track access locations.
Okay.
I'm hoping that there may have been an oversight there, where she may have been very good about hiding the location of things, but maybe the actual transport system using the train was through somebody else, and they might have line terminals and stuff listed.
Okay. Well, let's see some things. I'm going to be giving you guys your conspiracy status in the very early, like pretty early in this session. So I think this is a fair use of your surveillance action, which isn't a conspiracy action. It's just something you can do when you are a full conspiracy. It is within your purview to be poking at this particular area. I mean, you're in Denver proper, which is the definition of local to you. And if I can get my computer to let me look at my copy of the book. I'm looking forward to a physical copy for this very reason.
It would be extremely helpful.
A paper book, yeah.
What pages is this?
The devoted companion stuff or the core?
I'm just trying to figure out chapter 2, period. What?
Yeah.
Maybe I will just do.
The surveillance rules are on 228 in the core, if that helps.
Oh, 19 pages. Never mind.
Right. Modifiers. Yeah, definitely use some.
This node doesn't have any devoted different. Oh, no, it does. Holy shit, it does.
Which one?
And she used the shit out of her
yes, she did
in the last session.
Indeed. So let's call it a nice solid. Let's call it give you the full 5 point, the 5 die bonus. So standing plus 5 would be 6.
So our node, our conspiracy standing is 6.
No, our conspiracy standing is 1.
1. But with a plus 5 bonus, you have 6 dice to roll for surveillance.
Okay. So I'm rolling 6 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And these are the same success. Well, those are definitely dice. The highest thing I rolled was a 5.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5.
Oh, yuck. Well, so you managed to find lots of footage of the building being blown up, but apparently that was sufficiently flashy that it attracted the attention of everything else, and not a whole lot of footage was done on the exit place. Also, it appears that the surveillance, like the video cameras in that area, have been tampered with quite a while ago. Nobody noticed it because who pays attention to the surveillance footage at one of these exits? So there wasn't really anything to find at those locations. That being said, there's not really a good place to hide. Let me check something quick here. It appears that there was also, however, in the area, a human smuggling ring that was busted last night too, or not last night, but yesterday as well, or today rather. every day is the same at this point. Okay. Was busted earlier today as well. There was a tip sent to local police, and they busted up, rescued like 15 or 20 people. So it was like, and they weren't like what you'd expect for human trafficking. These were grown folks.
We couldn't hear your last sentence.
Oh gosh. Okay.
It sounded.
So the police were tipped off to a human smuggling ring that rescued a bunch of locals.
Okay.
It's basically everyone other than Anara and Heinrich of the people that were still missing were found in a warehouse near the rail. So although you don't know where Heather went after that, or where she took Anara or Heinrich, you now know that it's really only those two that she's still holding hostage at this point.
We really know it's only something hostage. Those two have hostage.
It's only Anara and Heinrich who are still being held hostage.
Okay.
But these people were rescued randomly from some warehouse, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the warehouse, and unless anybody else has any better ideas.
And where did the people go?
Well, they've been being processed by the police, of course.
So they're at the police station?
They're in police custody. Protective, it's not like they're in jail or anything, but they're being processed and debriefed.
Being kidnapped is a crime.
And it looks like
they
used their exploitative node to bail out their other node.
So, do we know we have...
What was that?
What?
It does not appear that this was done by Gunung Gap.
Okay. Question. Do we know we have access over the lawyer node?
Not yet, but Zechariah is in the house right now.
I wonder if we could maybe talk to Zechariah about seeing if he can offer some legal aid to the people who were there, so we can get some information from them.
That's actually a really good idea.
That is a really good idea. Go ahead and give me a sort of like maybe, I guess, presence plus, what would even be appropriate? Persuasion?
All right. Can you please roll that?
How many?
It's the same. It's the number of dice that's there. It's 6 dice. Well, at least I got a 7.
Okay.
Good Lord.
Rachel. Okay. I would love to provide you with additional resources, since you have provided me with some assistance as well. However, some of my staff aren't responding to me. And now, granted, it's the weekend. Maybe they're just, enjoying I guess we're still summer.
Saturday night.
It's September, the late September. Maybe they're all off skiing or something, but, usually that person who's supposed to monitor the email box is in the office at this time, and they aren't responding.
Okay, where do they live?
I think we're gonna have to find
he has an address.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it's so frustrating when good ideas are derailed by a horrible roll.
Derailed. It's just, it's not the easy road this time.
Well, I have some ideas.
All right.
So, you guys could go to the place that the people were found, assuming that at some point those two were there, and Shadows of the Past to see if you could follow their trail.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, but we
Not a
don't
bad
know
idea.
for sure if she went there with them.
We really don't know. You're absolutely right.
It may work.
We could build this into our plan and strong arm her into giving them back at our declaration. I'm not sure how that would work, but it is something we could try. I mean, walking into that with them having leverage over us is a bad idea, but anyway. And then I guess the only other idea that I had was that we could try and trick her into meeting with Jared, quote unquote. But I think we've burned that bridge already.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't like Jared anyway.
Well, one thing to bear in mind is, Jared, you have access to his email, but you haven't checked it since you got back.
We could check Jared's email.
Go for
Check
it.
Jared's email. Yeah.
Okay, do we have to roll for
So
that?
long as I was going to say, just
God,
so long
no.
as there's no dice rolls involved, it'll be fine.
I don't know. It's like usually, like it's sometimes it succeeds, sometimes it fails. It's like tonight, everything is.
I was like,
turned
that's
against
two like dice pools of 6 dice that have.
And I want to say that's like an 83% chance of success. 86. That's been a while.
It's pretty high.
It's pretty high.
It is pretty high.
So it's actually, for a Saturday, it's been a pretty busy day on the email. It looks like Sylvia, who is from research, is kind of running out of patience and is really pushing Jared Cuckwalder Sr. to hurry up with this analysis and present it to the steering committee first thing tomorrow, like not even waiting until Monday. Jared wants to have a little bit more time to work on it because, analysis takes time, and thinks maybe it would be a better idea to, do an all-staff meeting on Monday, or the steering committee meeting, at least, on Monday. Donald, who is the local police contact, says he believes that a rival conspiracy might have gained access to electronic communications with the between members of the steering committee. And so he suggests that they have to stop trying to meet online and they really should do an in-person meeting. Heather, meanwhile, doesn't want to meet in person for obvious reasons. Sylvia, who's in charge of research, also seems to think it's pretty clear that eliminating the association is just a mere formality. But Brian, who is in charge of the association, continues to insist that arbitration has outlived its usefulness and is, posting links to all of the videos of the warehouse being burned down. Of course, at the end, they're all like, "Hey, Jared Jr., what do you think we should do?"
Half of me wants to call an in-person meeting so we can try and smoke out our good friend. The other half is like, nope, that's a bad idea, because then we're going to have to admit that Jared isn't able to make it.
Doesn't you're talking about smoking Heather out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't she not attend the in-person meetings somehow anyway?
But this would be one that she'd
I'm
probably
misremembering.
pretty much have to attend or lose control.
Go ahead.
I had thought we had determined that she was basically a ghost. Like almost no one had actually met with her in person.
Correct. It usually does for video conferencing, even when it's an in-person meeting.
Yeah.
But again, go ahead.
So I have what might be a solution to both of our problems. do you want? What if we sent the stuff that we learned about the people being quote unquote rescued from the warehouse, and say, as Jared, hey, is this the other half of the people? You haven't reported this, but it kind of looks like you lost all the leverage. Kind of as a putting pressure on her to, and then of course what she's going to do is, say, well, I have the important people, and then we can use that to try and bait her out on where those people are.
I mean, it would at least be spiteful, so I say we do it anyway.
Yeah.
Where we begin with passive aggressive bullshit, we're going to end in passive aggressive bullshit.
But I think you should phrase it in a way that makes it so that Jared Jr. seems like, holy crap, how incompetent are you? You lost all the people. To put even more pressure on her, and also kind of frame it in a way that it's just like, well, we'll see you on Monday, like it's already kind of a fait accompli that Jared Sr. is gonna get his way.
Oh, you mean Sophia?
That's my take.
Would I have an idea if Jared generally backed up his dad on stuff like that?
It varied. I mean, he's a fail son, so
you're roboting. You might have to repeat.
Sorry. He's a bit of a fail son, so sometimes he just went along with whatever dad said, and sometimes he really wanted to prove himself by taking the opposite tack just because it's being independent.
See, I think we should act like he's throwing his weight around about a completely different topic, and then, slipping in, oh yeah, and of course dad's right, without even really saying it.
Okay.
So what is the meeting happening? I'm guessing it's happening in deep space or else.
You said
Something's
it's happening
happening
in
in
meat
deep
space?
Oh, I thought you said deep space.
Yes.
I heard
Meat space, not
You
deep
said meat
space.
space. Okay.
I said meat space, yes.
You know
In
that
person.
You know the scene of Spaceballs where there's a guy talking on an intercom and it's all super staticky, and then Dark Helmet comes over and throws all the cellophane away? You sound exactly like that before the cellophane gets taken away.
Oh no. Let me see if there's anything I can do to adjust my household to reduce that somewhat.
That's probably a good idea, because we can't really understand you.
Yep.
It wouldn't surprise me if they met in deep space.
That would be, but I mean,
an orbital AI. I mean,
that's shallow space.
Well, right, but on the way to deep space, we pass through
Shallow space, mid space,
closer space,
near space, inner space. All right, I'm just not rolling these 6 dice anymore.
I don't know about you, but I can translocate, so.
fun fact about your dice luck there.
Time.
It is a 1.4% chance that on 12 dice you will roll 7 or lower on all of them.
All right, let me try this here.
Lucky you.
I'm rolling 10 dice.
I bet you can't do it again. I bet you can't.
I failed 6 times.
Well, I mean, I rolled 10 dice and I only got 2 successes. So
Okay, that's not that unusual.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
There's no explanation upstairs since they went to the pool.
It might be your actual physical mic, because I noticed when you touched your headphones, the crackling changed a little bit.
Oh, that's weird.
And you sounded normal right there.
Yeah, now you sound normal.
Okay. Because of course, before I started digging into random processes. Okay. All right. So, where were we?
Meat space.
Writing an email.
Meat space. Yeah, right. You guys were writing an email. I was not writing an email.
Yes.
Yep.
As Jared.
And so Steve would be disguised as Jared at the meeting.
Wait, we're making a meeting? I thought we were just sending a strongly worded email.
Well, one of the questions is, how should the meeting happen?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the question.
Gotcha.
But if we set up for an in-person meeting on the from Jared's email, then he should show up. And I'm assuming that is Steve.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen within the next 11 hours, or it could be a pretty touch and go situation.
That's why we're pushing for Monday.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And all we have to do is, and so what I'm recommending is that we're changing the subject of the email chain by like explosively saying, did we lose all of our, leverage? We'll see you on Monday morning, like implying that both A, it's happening on Monday morning, and B, she's going to be there in person.
Yes. Yes, we can't wait to hear your explanation in person on Monday.
There you go.
Wow. Okay.
So yes, basically that. Hey, isn't this news report about assets of ours? Have we lost all our assets? We look forward to hearing your explanation in person on Monday morning.
And we're trying to provoke her into defending herself and sounding like an asshole.
Yes. Only in a way that makes it sound like Jared wrote it.
Manipulation plus bureaucracy.
I mean, Jared is an asshole, so that's not off brand.
It really isn't. You'll miss him when he's gone. Wait, no, you don't. Actually,
no, I don't. I love it.
Especially not Tamsin.
I get all the power of his email inbox and none of the sexual harassment. I call this
all the power of his email inbox and none of the sexual harassment. Yeah. All right.
So, missive sent.
All right. After people compare calendars and such, it shakes out that it's going to be at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Monday? All right.
10 a.m. on Monday, yep.
Time to tune up the Steve.
Someone is probably skiing this weekend,
I want to go
Getting
skiing
there at
this
8 a.m.
weekend.
is just not going to happen.
Let's go skiing this weekend.
I know you do.
I should probably also check on my teammate.
Your traumatized friend who has, I think I said lost some of her fingers.
Yes.
I think you said it was Saturday night, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Saturday evening, night, yeah.
Well, I may want to go by Inara's apartment, condo probably, I guess, and snoop, see if I can find anything that could be useful as far as what happened, where she went, what went down. Oh, I can figure out what went down, if it happened there.
It definitely happened there. And it was looks like it was several goons, about half a dozen of them. And Heather wasn't personally there, but several goons were, and they just sort of carted her off under false pretenses, got her to open the door, and then, black bags and etc.
I'll ask a guard where they're going.
You'll ask one of them where they're going?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be one of the goons. Like, hey, where are you going? I need to plug the address into my GPS.
The intern goon.
It's a new
Going to the
site
boss's
after all.
house. You know this.
What did you say?
Going to the boss's house.
Oh, right. The boss's house.
You don't need a GPS to get there.
Shit, we know where that is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think we already know where her house is.
You might.
Yeah. Do we for sure? Are we remembering correctly?
Are we
I don't think
what we think it was in the shadows from the first time.
Well, no, I think I made note of it when I was her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, like you knew her knowledges at the time, or you looked in your wallet or something?
Yeah, I've got the part that you can know what she would know.
Ah.
Well, it isn't knowing everything.
No.
It's only knowing like call signs and stuff.
Yeah.
Past phrases, etc. Recognition signals.
Right. It's supposed to be to help support my because if someone just asks you, by the way, do you know where you live, that would be a pretty big tell if my answer is no.
Yeah.
All right, but we are pretty confident we actually know where she lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. On the way back, I'll text you guys. I think there's a good chance they're actually held at Heather's house. I watched them take Inara away.
Because I know at one point in time last session, I was frustrated enough with her that I was halfway thinking of trying to convince you guys to go over after we were done and murder her.
Still on the books. We got a pin in that one.
I mean,
yeah,
it's not off the to-do
we weren't
list.
in good shape at the time, so we didn't. But
she hasn't responded to the email, has she?
Your email? No, she has not. Not yet, at least.
Either she's busy or she's too smart to rise to the bait, or somebody else got there first.
that would be our luck, wouldn't it? We get there, she's already dead. We're like, son of a...
And the cops just arrive as you pull up the driveway.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, shit. Not again.
Why does it always happen like this?
Yeah.
Like the third time in 24 hours. Well, we can go get them out. I mean, probably.
It's what we have right now, I think.
It's the best option since it doesn't involve rolling yet.
I'll text back as I'm driving back through downtown. I swear I just saw Heather turn a corner up here. I'm going to follow her.
What?
What? Look, do you remember my new scar?
No.
Which one did you get? I'm trying to remember now. Oh, Oh, great. Okay, that's fair. Wonderful.
I'm gonna
I should be paying.
trail Heather through downtown and find out where she's going.
Oddly enough,
Oh
he's
boy.
going to
Okay.
Arby's.
Don't lose her. I'm giving him backwards or backseat driving instructions through trash talk.
Steve could use some Arby's. That's where you guys end up.
Oh wow. Let's see. Where is Heather going?
And I should probably. I'm driving like I'm tailing her.
Okay. Well, you are driving, and they go out of the city proper a little ways, and they I don't know. They're acting really suspicious. Like they're kind of like it's pretty clear that she notices that someone is behind her, but
Yeah, I'm not good at this.
so she's trying to avoid being tailed by going faster and faster.
Quick, shooter.
Do you want to give me a wits plus drive?
I do. Wits. I have drive. All right. That's a success.
Okay. You manage to stay on her tail for quite a while. Eventually, she goes into sort of a suburb, where Aurora is. So goes into Aurora and there finds. I don't know whether Aurora really has roundabouts, but finds a roundabout and starts circling the roundabout. And after about the third time of going around a circle and a roundabout, turns on the police lights.
I love that you stole this from my life.
You got her, man. You got her right where you want her.
What is happening right now?
Police car.
She's in a police car. Why is she in a police car?
I'm so confused.
Thought.
I let the car.
I have a fly in my office somehow.
What?
I have a fly in my office.
That was
Yeah,
not better.
we're getting nothing.
I read I have a fly in my office.
Yeah,
But I read your lips. I didn't hear your voice.
Well, I do have a fly in my office, and it keeps landing on my monitor. So if I take a swing at it, that's why.
Good to know.
Is there a fly in your headset?
Buzz, 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 buzz.
Well, it wouldn't make sense if I was tailing her to actually be also in the roundabout while she's in the roundabout, because that's not very tailing. So I would probably just be watching her go round in the roundabout, waiting for her to go somewhere, like off to the side.
Well, she managed to get you to go quite a bit over the speed limit, so she knows how fast you were going.
No, yeah,
In a
I get
roundabout?
that. Well, she was in the roundabout, going around and around.
Beforehand.
Can't exactly stop at a roundabout during a high-speed chase.
I suppose.
So yes.
So this police officer is pulling you over. Supposedly police officer, or at least trying to. Are you going to be pulled over?
They're pulling me over from in front of me.
Well, they're making an attempt to do so, yes. They're turning on the lights to make it clear that you are now tailing a cop, at high speeds relatively high speeds in a roundabout.
I'm still backseat driving. I tell you to speed away. I'm giving you advice.
Yeah. I think I've been found. All right. I will head away. Not directly back towards Denver, but eventually I'll get back.
Right. The police's car is following you, making every indication that you should be pulling over now.
Yeah, now that it's clear, I guess I will pull over. I've been arrested enough recently.
Okay.
We just got you out.
You get a ticket. you just get a ticket. It wasn't like anything. It wasn't like you were doing anything horribly illegal. No, not particularly. But...
Yeah, I thought you were someone else.
Yes.
Well, it's worked before.
It has.
Yeah, she doesn't live in Aurora, right?
No.
Oh, well, Heather does not know.
And it wasn't Heather who came out of that car, right?
Definitely not.
Maybe she's
in the car.
Maybe
she's
bought
a
Face
deviant.
Thief,
She's
too.
using Face Thief.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
All right.
You should shoot her.
Either I mixed the cars up somewhere along the chase and ended up with this undercover police guy, or she changed into a police guy.
Don't take any chances.
I will work my way back home.
Okay.
There might be something in Aurora.
There might be.
Site C.
All right.
And then I'll go to bed.
So, okay, Sunday morning. Anything going on Sunday?
Well, were we going to try and go to her house? Because we know where it is.
Oh, are you going to go to her house? Sunday or Saturday night still?
Right.
Maybe not Saturday night. Do we want to do that pre-meeting?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
We can't go to the meeting with her having leverage over us.
All right. You said 2 days per lethal, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, I should mention, if we do manage to kill her, that makes our position super better.
So bringing assault rifle, got it.
Yeah.
Because if we manage to destroy her node, that means that there's no longer a decision between the association and arbitration.
Yeah.
It means that they're definitely going to destroy arbitration, which means, or the association, excuse me, which means association will definitely come with us instead of being purged. Right?
Well, I mean, it makes
Murder.
it more likely.
And that means that they'll have to purge a different one of their nodes, which might destroy them entirely.
They've taken a pretty decent amount of damage at this point.
What's their standing?
Well, 3, because you guys started at 3.
Okay.
3, 5, 7.
Murder
so.
got us into this.
Or 2, 5, 7.
Murder will get us out of this.
Because
I'm all
Like,
for it. Then go feed the cat.
like in order to be destroyed from having too few nodes, like how many nodes would that bring them down to that are currently together?
They are really a mess right now. Because they've got politics, they've got city hall, they have real estate, they have marketing, and they have orphaned nodes, or orphaned
Okay, I'm not catching anything.
Yeah,
you're saying.
you're getting worse. It is literally just electronic buzzing at this point.
Yeah. Do you have another mic you could try?
Potentially. See if I can get it to go.
Or you could join on your phone.
I got arbitration and research, but again, I was reading your lips. I wasn't hearing any sound.
Yeah, with that. Never watched anybody change their headphones with such intent before. We're watching Eric change his headphones.
Oh, it's very weirdly quiet.
Yeah, I can't hear you guys right now, except the fact that my other headset is still making noise. So,
but you sound amazing. You can't hear us.
Testing.
Not display.
Voice is good. Yeah, it's going to be mirrored.
Oh, it is going to be mirrored.
So much better.
Here.
Right backwards.
Hey, I can still read it.
Well, I'm trying to go.
That's good. I think. Can you hear me at all? No. Give me a second here. Come on.
Can you hear us yet?
Seems like the answer.
I can hear you now.
Oh,
That's
good.
encouraging.
Yeah,
You can hear me now.
We can
Right?
hear you great. Good voice, good. See, I see that backwards, Rachel.
Really?
Yeah,
I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it only backwards for?
For you, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay, I don't know what is going on here, but
So wait, I'm
Yeah.
on your screen.
We see that backwards. That
But-
text.
So
It
does
shows
that
it to
mean-
you like a mirror.
Yeah.
it shows that to you like a mirror, but it shows it to us the way it's supposed to.
Huh?
Why?
I don't have any explanation
'Cause
for it. Just the way it
People
is.
use their own camera on their own face as a mirror.
I guess, but does this mean that I've been on the right the whole time for you?
Correct.
Yes.
All right.
Saw that.
Weird.
Yeah, my other headset has been taking over my computer somehow. I don't know.
Well, you're understandable now, and that really was 90% of the battle. So,
Yeah, that's let's see if it stays that way. My screen's still a little hiccupy as far as moving around the screen, but
Your voice is coming through 100% perfect since you changed it. There.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's encouraging. I'll
So
take what I can get.
Seems like it was definitely the microphone.
Yeah, that's weird. It's not like it's old or anything. But
did it get maybe dropped or maybe
nothing weird.
Childed.
flashed on?
No, nothing weird's been going on with it at all.
Hmm.
All right, so
We're gonna have a Sunday murder fest.
Yeah. So wait, Sunday or Saturday?
unless you guys want to do a Saturday night murder fest, but that seems like I don't know, a little
really late, I guess.
But
lame if you want.
let's do a like 4 a.m. murder fest.
So
Okay.
Sunday morning.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like 4 a.m. It's a really unexpected hour.
Also, either Benji needs to work on me overnight, which doesn't seem like a good idea, or we need to wrap up the murder in time for Benji to have 11 hours to work on me.
Before my
10 hours. Sorry, 10 hours.
Well,
Wow, it's like you're his third car.
should we shift it to 2 a.m.?
same difference, probably.
It doesn't matter as
Fine.
long as we have a chunk of the day on Sunday to work. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it sounds like better to go late Saturday, very early Sunday, rather than Sunday day.
Yes.
Rather than Sunday during the day. Yeah. Because if we go at like noon, it's going to be a late night for Benji
Yep.
and me.
Just something very funny about this.
Before you guys wander off and do
You
your
get
other
cute with
stuff, Zechariah has been like hanging
Okay.
out with Abby this whole time, and he
Well, that's a
doesn't,
great combination.
and has kind of stopped you as you're headed out with your murder weapons and says, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?"
Yeah.
Sure.
Of
You were
course,
kind of in the middle of
Zechariah.
something.
I think someone has taken one of my some members of my staff hostage, and they're texting me taunting messages now.
Is it Heather, possibly?
No, someone named Cornelius.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
who Cornelius is.
Remember when we
Oh,
warned
sorry,
you about
sorry,
demon
Victor.
hunters?
It's Victor. Cornelius is the
Victor.
thug. Victor is the blue skinned guy.
But it's a name we recognize from
Yeah, as Malio and Draconis.
Malio and
Yep.
they're the
Draconis,
demon hunters.
The demon
That's why
hunters.
They're messing with.
I just tried not being deep.
yeah.
Well, listen, we're already knee deep in a murder rampage here.
Do you have room for one more murder tonight? Possibly more than one more murder?
As long as we have enough time for Steve and Benji to get a good night's sleep, yes.
I could perhaps delegate some responsibilities on your behalf if you'd like. This is the point at which he is officially becoming your third node. So you
Gotcha.
want to just take
Yeah.
a moment,
Sure.
assign 2 more dots of attributes. You currently have power 3, finesse 2, resistance 1. What would you like that to be?
So here's the thing, you guys. I did, after doing some reading about how all the mechanics work, I think we might want some more resistance.
Okay.
And the reason why is because right now we're a standing 1 conspiracy, if that.
You're standing 1.
And so that means we can do exactly 1 conspiracy action.
Okay.
And anything more that we want to do, or any attacks that we receive, while we're trying to do something else, are going to take additional actions and cause us damage. We have an association of 3 plus resistance. And we can do extra conspiracy actions if we want to, but it causes us lethal damage to our association, which is basically like the conspiracy's health track.
Sure.
And so the resistance helps mitigate that.
The resistance, what that will allow us to do is do a bunch of things at a time if we don't care that much about what happens after. Or if we're careful about how much we actually do. Because I'm okay with the conspiracy taking some damage to, fund the actions for the, remainder of the game. Resistance will help us do that.
Okay.
We can get a little bit more as far as dice going if we, raise the other thing. That lets us actually do stuff, but we can take extra actions if we get resistance.
So do you think we should put both in resistance then?
I think we should, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
that would let us take several turns in the same session when we really need a big push to finish the game. I think it's better than having extra die.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So what is the type of node that the law office will be?
Kind of feel like it should be exploitative, but I could see something else. I could see it being structural too. What do you guys think?
I'm trying to pull up the difference in nodes.
Okay, so exploitative is like the police station was for them, is that they don't really know, the vast majority of them don't really know that they're working for somebody. We have, control over what they do, but they're dupes rather than like willing participants in the conspiracy.
Right.
Versus structural would mean that they know kind of who they're working for.
No, that's a different type. Structural is like makes the conspiracy. It helps the conspiracy actually function. I don't actually remember what it does for us though.
It's a support node, and it does give you some benefits under devoted companion rules. Basically, it gives you like a merit of sorts, like a special. Okay. Like a bonus on certain types of actions.
Right. Okay. So that might not be quite as helpful, because when we actually use our conspiracy to do something, we have to do it through one of our nodes.
Yep.
And so exploitative or the other doing stuff node is
Yep. And having one of each is probably not a terrible plan.
Right. So the lawyers work for, us, their clients, but they don't know really what we do.
Okay. Wouldn't you want your lawyers to know what you do?
Maybe not.
Depends on if you're a mob lawyer or if they're a mob lawyer.
Right.
Legal deniability.
Is that what's happening here? We're becoming the mob.
I mean,
yeah,
it could be argued.
I mean, we're becoming some kind of criminal organization. We're gonna go murder people right now.
We have to make
for good.
We've murdered a bunch of people already today.
Why stop now?
Today's cheat day.
Today's cheat day. Oh my gosh. Today we instead of just being passive aggressive, we just don't count points today and just murder a bunch of folks.
That's right.
Right.
What else? Do we know anything else?
Let's do ours first, though.
Heather's home. Like
so is he offering to do something right now? Is Zechariah?
Yes, if you need some assistance in something. What do you need him to do?
Well, to be honest, we kind of already sent him on a mission just now. But I mean, is it the kind of thing where we could do a simultaneous strike with us hitting her and our
This is how you delegate.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. It's an action, but it's like, think about you with your conspiracy action. This is what I was talking to Rachel about last weekend.
Are we saying the other group is like a bunch of lawyers who are going to go try and rescue people?
No,
it's Zechariah.
It's Zechariah. You have a demon.
Yeah.
Like that you can direct. You also have a point of effort that you can spend on something too. So from previous sessions.
So we can spend our effort on helping the demons.
Well, the effort works toward projects typically, which is a different part of the conspiracy rules.
But in any case. All right.
So we're basically saying, go solve your own
So far, the things that you've got going on are you have a board meeting to disrupt on Monday morning. You have some touchstones to rescue tonight.
Yep.
You have a law office, or at least members of the law office, being held hostage by a madman whose memory stealing powers make him drunk. Yeah, the rest of it we'll see.
Real quick, do we want to consider swapping and letting him go after Heather?
I mean,
because they're demon hunters.
That's not a terrible idea.
No.
He also can take over Heather's entire house.
Yeah.
And the demon hunters might have something they could do about that, but I'm sure Heather doesn't.
Well, seeing how Anaris
Probably
might not, living kind of person touchdown,
Comes the
I'm
gremlin.
going there.
You found a rock?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So we
You
could
found it
divide the
cool.
party, but my plan is to go rescue
All right.
Nara.
Off you go.
if we feel like it needs to be us doing Heather in, then maybe we should just do it the straight up way.
The point of maybe don't send the demon to the demon hunters.
Well, so, I mean, we could send our other node.
Yeah.
It's true too.
That's true. We could send the other
We know
node
that they're good at that.
to take
What
on
was
the
the other
demon,
node?
the deviants we created.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that you somehow
Okay.
befriended in spite of that.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Oh, we
made them-
didn't make them on purpose, though.
No,
You make it sound like it was.
You made the accident that
plan.
caused them on purpose, just not them
Yeah.
specifically.
Yes.
well, technically, those two caused the accident on purpose.
Yeah, congratulations, you're progenitors.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just not thinking too hard about that one.
Living progenitor me, damn.
It was the
we
side
had-
effect of murder.
We had the same enemy for a while.
Yes, and then we won them over through
Yeah.
our apologies.
So why don't we send that node to go rescue the lawyers and just, tell Zachariah to supervise, but keep his distance because we don't want him to get demon slayed.
You're demon hunters, and therefore you might be in some danger.
I think
Yeah.
he has decided that it's probably for the best for him not to get too close to the demon hunters because
He
they
could come
have-
with us.
Oh, trust me, you'll need him elsewhere.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, if we use him, then it's going to cost us.
Oh, okay.
We just maybe keep him on hand for any emergencies.
Yeah, stay here. How about that?
Okay.
Stay here and hellhouse the shit out of the place if this place gets attacked through the fucking angel portal.
That should never possibly happen.
Keep an eye out for Jared in case he does come back.
So we should probably head to scope out Heather's place and figure out our plan.
Let's do it.
I'm assuming it's probably a single family home if she's using it to perhaps store hostages.
Unless she owns like a whole apartment block.
No, it is just a single family home in some sort of little like residential area. And it's, it's nice, it's large. Not much in the way of property, but like, nice house.
I've got a flashlight with me because it's dark.
Is it being like, are there perimeter guards?
Not that you can tell, but give me wits plus composure.
Everyone or just
Well, I'm assuming we're all looking.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see if I can actually succeed at a roll today.
Hypervigilance should play a
Yeah,
effect
that's totally fair.
with plus
3.
composure rolls for looking at things. Ha!
Yeah, 1.
How many dice this time, Rachel?
6.
Okay.
Maybe you've broken your streak of rolling zeros on 6s.
1 for
Just roll
18
dice.
is pretty impressive.
3 from 8.
Yeah.
5, which I think makes me paranoid.
Oh, shit.
All right. So there's a curtain that is sort of twitched aside a little bit. You get a sense that there's someone behind the curtain in the upstairs room. There's definitely a couple extra shadows in the living room that are grown-ups that probably aren't Heather, shall we say. But you also notice that there are a couple of the neighboring houses. Mark, you specifically recognize that there are a couple of the neighboring houses where there are folks that are kind of glancing out the window as you pull up.
They should be
Stop
awake
your
this time.
Pretty strange.
I will point this out.
Maybe they're vampires.
Sounds sus.
They're everywhere. I don't have. It's never come up, so I'm pretty sure the thing was paranoid. I don't know the mechanics of what that means.
I think you're supposed to do something in order to resolve the condition. You have to do something that you otherwise wouldn't. That might get you in trouble, I think. At least, oh shit, maybe that's spooked.
I think it is spooked. Is the condition that it actually. Remember, if I open up the book, all of a
I only
sudden
have my
computer
phone, which
stops
makes
working.
it difficult to try and like navigate and find it quickly.
Let's just pretend it's what I remember.
That seems reasonable.
Well, so for having exceptional success with hypervigilance, I think it makes me paranoid. Whatever that effect is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is spooked. Basically, what happens is that you suspect that there's something wacky going on, and you're going to do something foolish to in response to that suspicion.
You get to pick what it is, but
there's not like a dice penalty or a difficulty change or something like that.
Nope, it just is an excuse to do something dumb out of character.
Oh, fun.
It buys you it's part of the merit. It buys you a beat if you use it. So
yeah. Okay. All right.
But you don't have to do it right this second if you don't want to.
So I know we're not seeing like guards outside the house, but the neighbors are up. They're like peeking out the window, keeping watch. Let me take a wider perimeter round because she may have something hidden around here.
All right. Go ahead and give me a wits plus stealth.
Despite trying to be stealthy, I still have my flashlight on because I don't want to use my personal flashlight because that's harder to turn off. And I don't want to be in the dark because then I'm useless. Well, I have a couple 7s. Otherwise, I do not have any successes.
You have your thing, right? Or do you not want to use it?
Willpower.
It's still today, so I guess I still have some willpower. It's fairly spent.
That's right.
I still have nothing higher than a 7.
Okay. Well, the one thing you do notice as you're wandering around is there's like a whole bunch of like neighborhood watch signs. You know, the whole if my neighbors don't call, if I don't see you, my neighbors will. So
they have a neighborhood watch.
They have a neighborhood watch. It's apparently exceptionally vigorous. Or maybe they're all working for the conspiracy on this cul-de-sac. Hard to say what.
Well, knowing that the neighbors are keeping watch, we got to plan what's the best way to hit this house and stay out of sight.
From behind?
I'll figure that out.
Okay, it was a rhetorical question.
From underneath.
Well, I have like tracking history from my army days. I'm sure I can figure it out.
Tracking history?
Yeah, I have a specialty in tracking
Okay. So what are we tracking?
because I'm a hunter and I was in the army.
What are we tracking?
I'm using my knowledge to figure out how to approach this house.
Okay. Well, it seems to have Benji, you can do this too. Give me wits plus.
Approach the house without
larceny
being
for you.
seen by the neighbors.
And what is your specialty in? Is it survival or what? Or stealth?
Well, I wrote tracking, so I guess that's normally under survival.
Yeah, you can roll a wits plus survival, and I'll let Noel roll wits plus larceny. This is related to surveillance stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
This game's specialties added dice.
Yeah, they had one die.
Okay.
Oh, right. I have double nines. Oh, that didn't help.
Double
Okay.
nines,
All
but
right.
9 again.
Sorry, 9
It's
again.
okay. We'll play that game again soon. I promise.
I got 3.
You got 3. You got 1.
One.
Okay. It has like routine motion detectors, like just commercial available stuff that you get a little close to the house. It turns on all the lights.
Or doesn't.
It's relatively tight. Like it's a little bit on the paranoid end for a random residential area, but she does routinely have people kidnap people.
Yeah.
So maybe that is not completely inexplicable.
Okay. Here's the thing, you guys. I'm actually going to perform my duties as I'm supposed to. I'm going to be the wheelman for this, because as soon as we get these 2 people, we are going to need to go like right away. So I think what we should try and figure out how to do is work out how to do a smash and grab here.
Well,
If I ooze in, can somebody bring my rifle?
I was going to say, it seems like it would be easy for Tamsin to get in and let the rest of us in.
I'll disable the motion detectors.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Okay, well,
Or just let me in.
maybe we could just stealth it.
Yeah. Stealthy Steve.
Yeah. Turn off the motion detectors. She can ooze in, open the door, etc. We go in. Succeed.
Benji, okay, I'll hold on. Okay, so you're going to disable the motion detector so it won't turn on the lights as you get close.
Yeah, power. I'll use the power function of electrokinesis.
Yep, nope, that's a perfectly legit use for that. So you're gonna stealth in a little closer.
Although,
but it's gonna be a little tricky.
It might make more sense to. No, I'll do that because I don't have to bump it up to get extra stuff if I'm just doing the power stuff.
Yep.
Can it? Unsure about like targeting wise, if I'm seeing or interacting with the motion detector, can I power down like the security system, or is it specifically the detector?
For the moment, it would be just the detector, but I'm sure as you get a little closer, because there's a range limit.
Okay.
But as you get a little closer, you could shut down
the panel
stuff.
for the security system.
Yeah.
Then I could.
No, you could definitely disable the security enough to not make that part of the issue. So I'm going to go ahead and give you your beat as you are too close to the building to really back out and be serious. And of course, Benji's sitting in the car to make sure that it's not too as we go wheelman. Steve, are you going along with them as well, or?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna stealth up there too.
All right. Benji, just as they kind of get up to the door, and again, sort of a little bit of a point of no return, you get a text from Zechariah that says, basically, hey, I've been listening to the police scanner, and there's been a report from a neighborhood association of suspicious characters near your location. It sounds like they're going to send someone out, but they don't seem to be taking it very seriously, so you might have a little bit of time, but expect that the cops will be here soon.
Okay. Let's go. Smash and grab.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We don't need to smash. You can
Splorp,
just get
splorp and grab.
Fine.
open the door in a non-smashy way.
Yes.
But careful is no longer a priority, I don't think, because the police are already
It doesn't
coming.
take long for her to open the door from the
Yeah, no. She can still do that, but I'm saying when she does that, we go.
Yeah. So,
Right.
but earlier again, we saw there were some people maybe that weren't while they're potentially in the living room, and there was someone upstairs.
You know that there's at least 2 people in the living room, 1 person on the 2nd floor watching. You don't know, neither of them appears to be Heather. They don't have the body size for it, but you don't know where everyone else is or how many people are in there total.
Sure. All right.
Hey, Tamsin, do you have pheromones?
Yes, I do.
Can you get them to be like sleepy or bored or something like that that would make them much less likely to notice you guys?
Maybe.
You might try it when you slip in to
Why
open the
is
door.
the operative word here?
Yeah. It could save a lot of time.
Oh yeah, you've got like variable.
Yes.
Magnitude.
That's why I said maybe.
Do you have 6 dice to roll it?
Now you're just being mean.
I am.
Yes, you are.
I am being
I
a
have
little mean.
7 dice to roll for this.
Okay. Maybe I should give you a penalty for something. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah, it's one decent number.
Shoot. Well,
1 success, so you got a magnitude 1. So you've got the status effect, if I recall.
yeah.
Okay. So they the guard here recognizes you as being part of Ganunga Gap. Like his brain sort of misfires a little bit on this. He kind of forgets that, you know, you're one of the people whose touchstone is being held hostage under this very roof. Oh, sorry.
So I've just oozed into the door.
Okay.
So
well, he had skipped ahead to use through. You open the door and you let us in. We're like going to the living room.
Okay. I missed that particular part because I think I was reading the pheromones thing.
Okay. Yeah, because in order for pheromones to be useful, it has to be, you have to have a target for it, right? I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
So you have aura, I thought. Oh no, aura is only when you get the max.
Yeah, because she didn't want to accidentally affect you guys too often.
Right.
You're welcome.
It's the most fun part about pheromones.
It's not that weird.
It's not that weird.
It's not that weird.
As she's oozing smells at this guard, who else is in the living room?
Well, there's just the one other guard who's currently awake. They got to sleep sometime.
So we saw 2 people, but there's only 1 guy.
Yeah, the other one apparently
asleep.
stepped into the other room for a sandwich or something.
All right.
He's not currently in the living room. There's just the one in the living room at this very moment. but you hear some sounds coming from the kitchen that sounds like someone's going to be coming back real soon.
All right. I will head that way, and if it's a guard, we'll shoot him.
Okay. Right. So Dex plus firearms.
I got this guy.
I don't trust my rolling. I don't care that I have area of expertise and marksmanship. I don't trust my rolling.
Should I take this guy?
You should take this guy.
You have
Okay.
the marksmanship printed off?
Maybe.
No, it probably doesn't matter right now because it's just a shot.
Oh, I need more dice.
My specialty grants a +2 bonus.
I guess this plays right up into your conspiracy's vice of clumsy.
Oh, yes. I only have the second.
Too.
Okay, I don't have the first dot printed off. Is the problem?
Oh,
Well, bad news. I just missed.
Okay.
You miss him?
Yeah, I
All right.
missed.
I guess I need to go then.
well,
I
have
think
three-
your horrible murderer is coming out now, Steve.
Okay.
Wait, horror murder Steve is coming out?
Murder Steve, I think, is coming out. This is a situation that warrants Murder Steve.
Well,
Okay.
if murder Steve is coming out, I guess I'm just going to progress and trust that he's going to take care of this guy.
All right. Well,
Yeah, go save your friend.
Yeah.
you only have
Go grab your
marksmanship
friend. I'm a bigger problem
printed out.
for him.
Does one give anything for standard shooting, or it's only when aim stuff comes into play?
If you get one success, you just add damage to the one success. It's not.
No, marksmanship 1. She doesn't have printed off.
I think it's a bonus on aiming.
That's what I thought. It was only
Yeah.
for aim step 2, so it doesn't apply right now. I had 3 successes.
Okay. So that will put that person down.
I have an assault rifle, 3 lethal.
So 3 lethal plus 3, so 6. Yeah, that will put that person down. They're not going to be standing up for a little bit.
I'm heading upstairs.
Okay. Tamsin, what are you up to?
Well, once I saw that murder Steve was coming out, I was going to continue on, so I'm probably ahead of him.
Okay. Are you going upstairs or downstairs or running around the main floor?
I guess I'm just going to quick check the main floor and then head downstairs if I don't see anything.
Okay. Looking around the main floor, you see all sorts of family photos, husband and kids, and soccer matches and stuff, and trophies, and just very normal, residential, very domestic life stuff going on. And then you said you're going downstairs if there's nothing.
So you're going down and I'm going up.
Okay.
Quick question. We know what's her butt looks like because Steve turned into her, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is she in the photos?
Yes.
Okay, just check.
She definitely
Stock
has a
photos.
family because
Right. Eric,
this is how
high
this
or
works.
low?
Low.
High or low for me?
Oh my gosh, don't kill the kids.
Low.
Well, you're gonna just have to deal with murder, Steve.
I do not start glowing yet.
Oh, it's on my list. It's on my bucket list.
By the way, while this is happening, I've gotten out of the car and I'm unscrewing my license plates.
Okay, so Benji, as you're unscrewing your license plate, you unscrew the license plate. There's another license plate underneath it. Same one. So I have to
What?
unscrew the other license plate, and there's another one underneath it. Hallucinations time.
Oh God!
How many license plates did you put on this guy?
Instead of renewing his cab, he just replace the license plate. He puts another license plate right over the old one. It's just like
Uh-oh.
it's gonna be a bit.
Yeah.
And also at that particular moment, Benji, you get another text from Zechariah and says, "It appears that something is going on in the office. the portal room. You
Of
hear
course
some
it is.
banging noises.
Okay. You okay. I'm invoking a conspiracy action to defend the
Yep.
We take 1 lethal damage.
We approve.
I mean it's under attack anyway. It just means that we actually have defenses there.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. It'll keep it busy for a while. Zechariah thinks he can at least delay them. But it would sure be nice if we had some kind of weapon that would work on angels. You don't have anything like that, right?
Yeah, I do. Complication.
It's in the room.
I mean, the gun isn't in there, but the place that you plug it in is in there, and the door is welded shut.
Yep.
So I know that you can, become the house or the apartment complex. You might have to use that to get in. Or
Noted.
I don't know, maybe you can control the gun anyway. I have no idea. But I tell him where it is.
Okay.
And I give up on dealing with the license plates. I guess we're just gonna have to do this the loud way. I'm keeping an eye out for the police car, because if I see the police car, things are gonna happen out here.
yes, they
blow
will.
up the car? Is that the loud way?
Giving the demon a gun of angel murder is definitely a good idea.
Giving an angel I guess the gun isn't in that room, but if the angel got a hold of an angel gun, what kind of damage could it do to a demon? Would it work the same? You don't know, do you?
I don't really know.
I think they're on the same wavelength. I think it would be very bad.
Yeah, I think it would be very, very bad. Anyway. All right, so Tamsin is going down the stairs to see if she can find the hostages. What is Murder Steve up to?
I am in combat.
Murdering?
Yeah, I think you're just murdering
shot
someone every turn that you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
If Murder Steve doesn't have to roll for it, then
I'm not gonna fuss over it. We're gonna dramatic scene this one.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So it turns out that there were a couple other guys on the main floor. They were like sleeping on an extra bedroom. You just shot them in the face while they were sleeping. Because Murder Steve. There probably won't be any consequences for that. Benji, you get a couple minutes later, while all this is going on inside, you get another text from Zechariah saying, "I hate to be a bother, but police scanner says now that there have been shots fired at your location."
That was like 1 second ago.
Several.
Yeah.
My only response is, "Yep."
Can we please stop doing this over unsecured text messages? Jeez, you're a demon. You should know better.
I'm just confirming that what the police scanner said. I could be listening to a police scanner.
All right. So, Tamsin, you go into the basement. It's, very, it's a finished basement. It's quite nice, other than the fact that it looks like some of the doors have been reinforced in some way very recently.
I'm going to over trash talk say I found some reinforced doors.
Can you get under them?
Of course they are. Splorp.
All right, you splorp. Give me a wits plus stealth with a +3 bonus.
Wits plus stealth +3 bonus. Wits, stealth +3. All right. All right. I found all my successes. I've been missing all time. All right, 4.
All right. So you establish almost immediately that Heather is in here, that Coach Stubenwaffel and Anara are both also in here, tied to chairs, blindfolded. And it looks like she has something that is probably some kind of a dead man switch, linked to whatever bulky thing is attached to there is like wrapped around underneath their clothes.
Is this a windowless room?
It is not windowless. It has an escape, like a escape. What the heck is it called? An exit window. This building is not built to be a place to keep hostages. It's pretty clear that she's run out of places to hide hostages, and she's now resorted to putting them in her own house. Her life has gotten considerably worse in the last 48 hours.
Quick question. Can we forcibly put someone on trash talk?
Wait. No.
No, it's there are some things that can be done in different levels of telepathy, but no, not with what Cosmo's got.
And also he's not here.
No, okay. No. All right. Well, I am going to relay what I see. And just hold on.
Right now, you're just a puddle on the floor, right?
I am a puddle on the floor, but most importantly, I'm an unnoticed puddle on the floor. So Rachel is just going to take a second and think.
All right. Well, while she was doing that, I was upstairs, so I'm probably already going through and clearing rooms before I get the message that they're down in the basement.
All right. Okay. I know what I want to try and do. I'm going to blow my last point of willpower. And I want to, is this a new activation of pheromones at this point, or a
it is not a new activation, it's a new target.
okay.
You could probably roll to increase or well, I guess decrease is irrelevant, but you can roll to increase if you'd like. Scar resistance.
Yes, I want to get her to sleep. I'm trying to use this to get her to just sleep.
If she falls asleep, your friends go boom. She has a dead man switch. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood what you're saying. Okay, if she releases the pressure,
yes.
Then okay.
And she is clearly terrified at this point. Despite all of her background in doing horrible things to people who don't really deserve it, she is afraid for her life.
Okay. So so tell me about, is it like a, or like a,
it's you hold it, and if you release, it explodes.
Okay.
It doesn't explode, but the bomb is attached to it do.
All right. Well then, I would like to ooze in and wrap around the switch.
Okay.
I would like to envelop the switch with my entire body pretty much.
This is the most important roll of your life. You don't have any more willpower.
Did you ask for help?
I'm letting you know what's going on, but I mean, is that because I'm not going to do anything to her? I'm basically just filling in.
You're just basically grappling, essentially.
Well, I'm grappling it, not her.
Yeah, I know, but you're
okay.
It is in her hands, so it's a grapple.
Okay, so this is going to be Dex plus Brawl,
or Strength plus Brawl. Either is fine, I think, in this situation, since you're trying primarily to get this thing under control.
Yes,
I would like for the window well.
I would like Dex plus Brawl, please.
Okay, I'll give you an order of Dex plus Brawl.
You might be right, Eric. This might be the last session.
And
do you get a bonus for ambushing her?
Yeah, she doesn't know I'm here,
I'm not reducing her defense. I'm not subtracting her defense.
I guess I'm still going to put a willpower in, which gives me
Add 3 dice.
I add 3 dice. Thank you. Whee! I need to sleep.
You got this, Rachel.
It's my turn to do something stupid.
You're due. You're due for some successes.
Holy crap.
There you go.
Hold on.
Hey.
Nice. All right. Well, that was incredibly heroic. You have seized the dead man switch out of her hand and now have it. Now, granted, if something gets you to let go of it, bad things will happen. Heather, meanwhile, realizes what's going on and is scrambling to remove the screen so she can escape through the window well.
Okay, I am relaying all of this. She's like, she's going to escape through the window well, come through the window from the outside.
I'm already.
Yeah. What?
Marco!
Yeah, what's upstairs?
Upstairs, your light is going off.
Oh.
You've become a great target. Go ahead and give me Dex plus firearms. You'll have a chance, Steve.
Okay. Yep.
You had to murder some people in the guest room.
This is for me shooty or what?
That's for you, shooty.
Okay. So I'm including my rifle specialty.
Yep.
I do have a suppressor. Yeah, it's 7.
It's other people who didn't have suppressors.
Well, I know.
Fired.
It's on my sheet.
Yep.
So I've so many 7s, but I have a success on that.
Okay. You definitely take out the guard that was watching over the front door, or over the outside. So you've taken out between all of you 4 folks.
Oh yeah, not me personally, but
collectively. There is someone in one of the bedrooms with 2 people, one in one bedroom, one in the other bedroom, who are opening fire with just pistols at the moment. It's been a shitty night for them too. You have armor, I trust?
I do.
Okay, so it would be 3 lethal, whatever downgrade from the armor.
Kevlar, it says 1/3.
Okay, so it
take
reduces,
2 bash.
it eliminates 1, and then you take 2 bash.
Okay.
All right.
You guys need to get out of there now.
You also hear some sobbing, like kids sobbing from one of the rooms, and a man not sounding like he's having a very happy day either in the other room where the other guard was.
Sounds like
Hey, Murder Steve.
Yep.
There's gunfire upstairs.
Well, didn't I hear the thing about Heather?
Yeah, you did. Oh, yeah, you did hear the thing about Heather going out the window.
So, do I have a vantage point on?
Yeah, you can
Heather?
have a vantage point.
Okay. So if she starts coming out through the window, I want to snipe her.
Okay. Well, you can't quite get her while she's coming out of the window, but as soon as she gets out a little bit, just totally back of the head shot,
yeah, exactly. It'll be a nice clean shot.
Fly and at that point, he's out of range for his preventing the security, so she trips the light, and so she falls in, light floods her, and you just hit her in the head, and it's clearly visible to the whole neighborhood that their neighbor has just been shot in the back of the head in her own front yard.
Just as I run by.
Just as you run by.
At least I'm wearing a mask and gloves. I don't know about you retards, but
God. I am a amorphous blob.
You guys are so bad at this.
I'm an alternate persona right now. I can't help
this
you.
in the hotel event, remember?
Yes.
Because clumsy.
I'm the
Oh
least
my God.
stealthy person that could be.
No, not literally clumsy. Like your conspiracy is clumsy. It's like it's,
Oh my
it's
God.
like,
Seriously, I need somebody who knows about explosives.
we're gonna turn them off.
No,
I can deal with
I'm
them.
climbing down into the window well, and I'm getting hostages.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do you need me to deal with your device too?
Well, I don't know what my options are at the moment, except to keep holding it.
Or figure out how to open the door so I can get down there.
You need to go. You need to leave. We're all leaving now.
I would love to leave.
Here, I'll take that from you. You turn into human form, and you deal with the hostages, and I'll deal with the bomb. How about that?
You know what happens if I let go? It's gonna explode.
That's why I'm taking it from you.
Okay. I guess
Hey, Murder Steve, someone just shot you in the back.
Well, I'm definitely going to return fire.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yep.
You need to get the hostages out so we can leave.
Okay, well then grab my goo and
I'm doing it.
Great.
my goo.
This is not a situation that witnesses would be a good idea. They've definitely all seen you all.
well,
It's all right. The
Yeah.
house is going to explode in a little bit, so
Let's hope not.
fine.
It's gonna.
What do you-
Wait, are you gonna throw the bombs back in the? Maybe.
get the kids out. Oh my gosh.
Well, you got to take the bombs out.
That is not my priority.
Okay. I'm debombing the hostages.
All right, you debomb the hostages
Yeah.
between you and Benji.
I'm figuring out how to turn the bomb off so that we can just leave it.
All right.
Is it electric?
It is. There's electricity involved.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna kill us all.
No, it's his special power. Other than the fact that he's glowing right now, and so it's
Well, I'm also 2 stories above you.
Look, let me figure it out. I'm actually good at this.
okay.
I assume this is going to be, I don't know, intelligence plus crafts or something.
Usually science, but if you, I'd be okay with crafts as well on this one. I don't actually want you all to die horribly.
Right. Well, I assume they're like jerry rigged. They're not like.
Oh yeah, they're very they're not like they're professionally made, but by someone who was in a hurry.
Right. So I'm gonna do it the crafty way. All right. Yeah. So fortunately, I have crazy hand tools. If anybody's not blindfolded, they're gonna have nightmares about this because I want my bonus. So intelligence plus crafts plus 2 for tools. Okay, 5.
All right. Okay, Benji manages to disable the dead man switch, and so that you can get it off your hostages.
Excellent.
You take one, I'm taking the other. You're naked. It's funny.
The police will be here in approximately 3 minutes.
Oh, no problem.
Yep. Murder
Hey.
Steve. And for that matter, Soul, what are you up to on the upper floor? Murder Steve has killed one of the 2 guys shooting at you. There's
Oh, he
still
came
some
upstairs.
crying in the other rooms.
So Steve came upstairs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Steve came upstairs to get a good vantage point to shoot Heather in the back of the head.
All right. Well, good. Well, then the other guard was still firing at us.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, so I'll take out the other guard then.
Well, give him a turn.
Oh, okay.
But since Steve is here, if I'm glowing, I'll just direct my beams at the guard to blind him. So he
Okay. So it makes it
shoots me
easy for
less.
Steve to.
and then I'll let Steve finish him off, and then we can run away.
Okay. You leaving the witnesses?
What witnesses?
They're
Can
in
they
other
see
rooms,
us?
so they haven't seen us.
Can they see us?
You
Well,
said
as far
they're
as you
in other
know.
rooms.
Unless they like spot you on your way out.
Well, I'm after guards. I'm not in control of Steve.
Okay. All right. So you take out the final guard, and Soul is leaving. If you want, you can roll your scar resistance to try to get your light back under control.
Before you start
Yeah, I would like
one-shotting children.
What?
Eric is making excellent points about why I should be one-shotting children, by the way.
And also, if you want to roll your scar resistance at this point, you can.
I
Roll my
have
what?
2 successes.
Your scar resistance to put Murder Steve away.
Oh, put Murder Steve back in the bottle.
Yeah.
So I had 2 successes, so I can shut off my power lights and just have my little flashlight.
Okay. Because you're afraid of the dark.
Well, yes. More so I don't want to randomly go back in time and end up in a trance on the floor.
That would be an awkward place to find. Maybe the third time you've been picked up by the cops in like as many sessions.
Every time I go back in time, I wake up and I've been arrested.
The worst scar ever.
All right. So, Steve, did you get Murder Steve away?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I got one
Convince
success.
Murder Steve that maybe killing children isn't strictly necessary in these circumstances. Just like cover your face so it's obvious who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All right. You get to the car with the hostages. Wheelman, it's time to do your thing, I think.
Yeah, I do the thing.
All right.
And I didn't even have to do the other thing, which was lead the police on a merry chase through the city on a high-speed chase to keep them away from the murder.
Yeah. So give me a wits plus drive real quick.
That is something I can do.
It is.
And this is 9 again. 4.
All right. Okay, so you have rescued your hostages, and you have it's managed, at least for the moment, to get away from the cops. And they don't know where you are yet or who you are yet. See if forensics pulls stuff up. On your way back, you get a message from your friends, the renegades that you have befriended, saying that it's done. And they won't go over this over a non-secure channel like this. But in essence, they have murdered both Cornelius and what's his daggone name?
Victor.
And a couple of their guards. And because Victor was the hierarchical linchpin of that whole conspiracy, you have taken out Malio and Draconis entirely through that effect.
All right, so Cornelius can no longer be a touchstone.
Nope, you're going to lose that touchstone. You didn't actually get to murder him directly, but that's okay. Maybe.
I have no instability.
Yeah, it's not a major concern at this very moment. It appears that Zechariah was quite competent. It actually managed to convince Evil Gene, the demon gene, to help in this specific circumstance, to drive off the angels and seal the door, with Jared on the other side of it. So Jared is alive technically, but he is in the angel world right now, and the angels have taken some damage from the angel weapon, as wielded by Zechariah and
Benji, you did it.
and evil Gene or demon Gene.
Good Lord.
Doing
I'm
it
jealous
with
of Zechariah.
Benji
He got to
firing
shoot.
it when it's plugged into my belly button.
You got to shoot Gene, or
He got to shoot two of my
Angels.
conviction touchdowns.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, at least he's a loyalty touchdown, so I don't hold it against him.
You don't have to not hold it against him, but it seems like it would be a bad idea to have a grudge against one of your fellow against a linchpin within your own organization. Not that that ever stopped Dunk. So we have laid waste to 3 of our 4 problems in the last 24 hours. And the only thing remaining is this meeting.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Also, so we have to craft your face and sleep, and also
Steve, you gotta know what Heather looks like now.
Yeah, but I'm not going as Heather, right? I'm going as Jared.
No, you know what Heather looks like now.
yeah.
What does Heather look like?
What is the side effect? Remember, she has she hasn't sent an email yet in response to yours.
Well, she's not gonna know.
Now she's not gonna.
We should have stolen her laptop too.
Well,
I mean,
Actually, you know what? Soul,
yes.
you have precognition. Although there's no mechanical thing that says you can do this, I think it seems reasonable that someone who has precognition might think, wow, it would be handy to have the laptop, I feel. So I will let you retroactively steal the laptop if you'd like.
Heather's laptop from her house.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
That seems reasonable. Hey, there's her laptop. Yoink.
am I still going as Jared?
Well, yeah, I think you should.
Okay.
Because
real Jared is probably not
On the
gonna be
other
very
side.
useful to us.
yeah. Here's the thing though, like we've been I've been thinking this whole time that you should we should just use you as Jared to get into the meeting. Now I'm thinking that we should just do the whole meeting as Jared and have Jared declare independence and have, because wouldn't it be a lot easier to convince Brian to come with us if he actually thinks it's his savior Jared that he's going to be working for?
This is true.
So
Yes.
that would mean we're making Jared the false figurehead of our conspiracy
Yeah, why is that a bad thing?
because he's gross.
But it's not even remotely really him. We can just use the idea of Jared as a tool, for political power. Because he's got connections to other conspiracies and shit like that.
That would also be a lot more appealing if there weren't still a living Jared out there somewhere.
Yeah, but all I
because
gotta do is guard the portal, right?
And after
I hope
like
there's not another one that leads to the same place.
after a short period of time, we can have him decide to pursue other activities and leave the running of the organization to somebody else.
Yeah, or get brutally murdered by one of his enemies.
Oh, like Heather.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think the
I
news.
think
of
people
Heather
are
is
going to know
probably
Heather is
gonna
dead.
be pretty
Yeah, no, you're right.
By
It's
then,
a-
they probably
a
will have
fairly-
figured it out.
public thing.
Yeah, you didn't have time to dump her in a bathtub full of acid like your buddies did.
Her head did explode, but
There's still dental
there's
records
going to be a
that'll do.
blurb in the news about there was a shooting at such and such.
Mhm.
But-
Multiple murder at such and such. Also bombs left in basement.
But I mean, was that her? Is Heather her real name?
It's a good question. But I don't
Would
know.
they
I don't
even
really
know
have an
that's
answer
her?
to that.
I
They
actually
might
think
know
this
by the
works
address.
even better that Jared is alive, because it means that if he does get back through the portal, he'll have burnt all of his bridges and he'll have nowhere to go. And
True.
he can never like worm his way back in Gagugagab and tell them all our secrets, because he's the enemy.
Well, let's see. You will have destroyed all but 4 nodes. Yeah, they have the police. I guess say police. 5 nodes: police, research, real estate, marketing, city hall.
Is that all connected though?
Not at the moment, but
Yeah,
if
see, if at the moment they have to purge,
they have to purge
to-
one of
to-
those.
yeah, but if they're down to 3 nodes and they purge down to 2, that destroys the conspiracy.
Yeah, it's even there's like it's their situation is really bad. I don't know that they're coming back from this, especially since their main source of revenue has been cut off entirely. Their leadership has been basically decapitated, in some cases literally. Yeah, it's
Let's do the coup de grace and have Jared be the one to declare independence. I think that will shatter their conspiracy entirely.
all right.
I can be convinced of it. It still is gross because he's gross.
You can arrange
I'll
to
go
fake
along
his
with it.
murder later.
Yeah.
Right, we're destroying his reputation even further. It means that if he ever manages to escape, we've got him.
All right. You buy me with that. He is still a conviction touchstone. So
He's a conviction touchstone of mine too, and I think this is a great idea.
Death is part of it, but like completely destroying someone and forcing them to live in exile in a parallel universe seems pretty thorough to me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why you convinced me of it by showing me the badness that happens to him, rather than putting Jared in our full leadership position.
Right.
All right. Okay, so Monday morning meeting.
Oh yeah.
Steve is playing as Jared.
Beef and Waffle and Nara are just fine.
Indeed. What?
We find the apartments.
I didn't actually catch that, Mark.
Stroop and Waffle and Anara are just
Or
fine.
just fine. Okay.
Yeah, she didn't have a chance to sever any fingers or anything.
Excellent.
Just lifelong trauma.
There definitely be lifelong trauma. I mean, they were held prisoner in a basement, and there was like a bloody, horrible thing that happened to free them.
Yes.
They probably won't be looking at you as quite the same way in the future, but
Well, I will explain that Gagani Gap was bad peeps. They do this, we stop them, and you're safe now.
Because that's how deviants see it.
yep. You're safe now, so everything should be fine.
And if you want, we can help you become a deviant too.
No.
No.
No. That would be in violation of your
Not
second
true.
principle.
That's in violation of our charter.
Yeah, it would be a violation of your charter. Protecting this reality from the other one is thing number 1. Minimizing new divergences is number 2. And then a safe space for deviants is 3. All right. So who all is going to the meeting? Is it just Steve / Jared, or are there others?
I feel like I can legitimately go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Karen should go because that's such a fucking baller power move.
Wow.
The meeting
Okay.
is dead.
I think that's fair.
Do you guys think there's any need for me to be there? Otherwise, I can futz with her computer.
Probably not.
I don't see a reason why you would want to.
Okay.
I can't
Just
change
sort of
the appearance like something.
we might consider offering you know, a position of going to the meeting or whatever to the linchpins of our other nodes if they want to do it just for political reasons.
That's a good point.
I don't think your deviant friends want to be within 40 miles of Killing Gap if they can avoid it.
Not
Okay.
even while thinking.
Zechariah's had a really shitty, like not bad, but really a shitty night, and probably doesn't really want to do anything further on Monday. I guess that was Saturday night versus
Fair enough.
Monday, but
I just figured if Saeed like really wanted to, you know, just like stick the knife in to like in person, he could do so.
yeah, he's done enough knife sticking for one weekend, I think. It was a pretty unpleasant thing involving a lot of folks with camouflage and knives. So
That sounds unfun.
it was not fun for anybody involved. Cornelius was hard to put down, but they knew Cornelius was going to be hard to put down. Anyway, the meeting is attended by the folks you expect. Brian is pretty freaked out, but trying not to let on that he's freaked out. Jared Cuckwalder Sr. is actually everyone seems to be really relieved to see Jared. They're like, wow, haven't actually seen you in the flesh in a while. Like that's really great. Of course, you're about to distribute that notion really soon. They're surprised to see Karen, and they're surprised to see Tamsin, since Tamsin's like, isn't this not doesn't she not work for us anymore? Heather obviously isn't there for obvious reasons.
Would it be known that he was a little besotted
with Tamsin? Yeah, I think that's reasonable. It would be fail sonorific to bring your girlfriend to a top secret meeting of only the steering committee members when she's not on the steering committee or even like a friend of the organization.
Oh, I thought I'd been CC'd on stuff, but maybe not.
You got CC'd on things initially by mistake.
Okay.
Because they forgot to take you off the CC list. That's how you knew that there was this conversation. This was a couple of days ago, but that they were emailing Jared about stuff.
Gotcha.
Because you got CC'd on his emails that were between the steering committee members.
Well, then I guess I'm going to come into this with the attitude of, oh, was I not supposed to attend this?
No, you're supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You're definitely supposed to be here.
You should be here for this. Jared Cuckwalder Sr. is again just happy to see his son alive, because he has some questions about that. Tina, who is the lobbyist person, is relatively neutral in this situation. She just wants it to be over. Like, she doesn't really care specifically what happens or who gets purged, because she knows it's not going to be her.
Not yet.
Not yet. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Francois is no longer relevant. Karen is no longer relevant. Gee, Christmas, you guys have just destroyed this conspiracy. So Dunk is no longer relevant.
It is a very small group of people then.
Huh?
This is a very small group of people then.
It's a much smaller group of people than it was like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, that's why
we almost outnumbered them.
I had
Almost.
to come or else they wouldn't meet the minimums. So I'm doing them a favor.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Besides, you need to be there when I unveil that you all have been working under Jared's instructions over the past couple of months, right?
I think you broke Eric.
Jake,
sure
you're so much better at this even than I am.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So Sergeant Donald also is sort of like, apparently something really bad happened over the weekend that he's only vaguely aware of. But it's really messed up. There's some chaos in the police department, let's just say. So Jared Cuckwalder Sr. kind of looks at his records and kind of looks to Jared like, I'm basically like, he's going to weigh the options, but he's totally going to give you the decision-making power over this if it comes down to it. And so he's like talking about the pros and cons of the association versus arbitration, and talks about the issues with the recent loss of assets in arbitration and how that could impact things, but also the recent loss of assets in the association. And trying to be fair and balanced, but Heather is not there to defend herself, and Brian totally is, and is very much defending himself as much as he can. So they're coming down to a decision. And Jared.
Well, yeah. So the decision has pretty much been made, and I'm going to. I'm not good at improvising speeches, but basically what Jared is going to say is that much of the big shakeups that have been going down in the past, however long it's been, couple months or something like that, have been happening at Jared's direction, and this was in an effort to dismantle the old parts of the company that weren't working and make a new company out of the remnants. A new company that was going to be better, because Jared's in charge. And he's awesome, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
So, yeah, that goes over well. Go ahead and give me manipulation plus.
I make sure to give my dad an insolent look too, like the type of look where that your parents are too old to have any power over you, and you're just like, my turn.
How you like me now, Dad?
Exactly. Yeah.
Go for it. So yeah.
So what am I rolling?
I'd say manipulation plus subterfuge if you got it, or if you want to do something else, you can do so.
Manipulation plus subterfuge. That looks fine.
Okay.
My specialization is play dumb. And that's not what that means, but I am being pretty dumb. So
the beautiful part about this is how stupid a plan that we've come up with for Jared to have done.
Yeah.
He already runs the goddamn company.
Probably could have done this a different way.
Dad. Okay, I fail.
Okay.
Fail.
So there are definitely going to be some hurt feelings over this.
But that's the point.
Jared Cuckwalder Sr. just basically announces his retirement on the spot. Like, it's clear that he's outlived his outlived his necessity in the working world, and he can totally step away now, knowing that his son is on his own now and can take care of himself.
Apparently, my assholishness has fully transferred to the next.
Yes,
generation.
I've successfully duplicated my assholishness. I'll just go through the list here. Real estate, that's real estate. City Hall. Tina announces she is not going to have anything to do with the new organization. This has been this is a complete disaster. The whole idea that you would, cause so many waves in. No, wait, she died.
I was going to say, I
died.
Tina
You're
was
right.
dead.
Never mind. She was gone. Yeah, she got killed.
Yeah.
She got murdered in a couple chapters ago.
I imagine
okay.
she would object to being murdered.
Yeah, well, okay. Again, the wall of people that have already been killed. Sylvia, you get a sense that although she is stepping away from this situation, and she's not probably going to murder you right here because I think she's almost literally outnumbered. You have made a lifelong enemy, and she's probably going to do everything in her power to bring down Jared Cuckwalder Jr.
Perfect.
Up to and including selling you out to other conspiracies that are known to Jared and her.
Even better.
Even better. Heather's dead. Donald is just like a lot like who's it would have been basically does not want to be involved in this anymore. It's just like there are people who would respect his talents more than you have. You've made a big mess for him to clean up by he's not going to clean up your mess with any of the stuff that you've all the murders you've done recently. So it'll be you're going to have to find your own wood chipper crew because he's not getting involved in that.
Who was Donald again?
He's the police contact.
Oh, gotcha.
As you expected, Brian is like, "Ooh, sign me up, because he can't imagine not being, the suck up to Jared Cuckwalder Jr.
And Jared has been the only one defending him throughout this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So I guess epilogue is ultimately you eliminate Brian in some way or another and put Karen/Abby in charge. Am I correct in that?
Yeah.
Ganunga Gap ceases to exist as an organization. Malio and Draconis ceases to exist as an institution. Some of its assets will no doubt be snapped up by other people in the web of pain.
You went very quiet.
Yeah.
Oh.
We can hear you just fine, but
I can hear you now.
Quiet.
Okay. Malio and Draconis ceases to exist as an organization, although their assets will no doubt be snapped up by other organizations within the web of pain. You managed to build the icon that you were talking about earlier, where it basically makes it so that it kind of emulates the chimeric adaptation for people who live there, but it actually also suppresses the variation while it's doing that, so that it becomes this haven that's relatively safe for deviants, as long as you don't attract too much attention from people who want to go in and kidnap them while they are weak or vulnerable. The portal is still there. It's still a danger. It's still a threat. But Benji certainly spends more time beefing up the defenses against the angels, so that if they come again, they will hopefully regret it. Tamsin, with Karen's help, you managed to get the population of and of course the fact that you're seeking out Deviant specifically. You manage to get the population of tenants high enough that it doesn't cause the God Machine to like basically find you in breach of contract and replace you as a group with the whole organization. And what are you up to, Sol, in the aftermath?
Try and live a life with powers that are coming on and annoying me all the time.
Yep.
Good luck with your relationship with Inara.
Don't go to any like sites of massacres if you can avoid it in the dark.
No, the suppressive nature of this place will be very welcome.
And Murder Steve gets to sleep most of the time and just watch this a life that's better than the one that he knew.
Pancakes and raccoons.
Pancakes and raccoons instead of evil mages and murder.
At some point, I'm sure Jared gets killed by Sylvia.
That would fit, yes. He
Yeah.
manages to somehow get into this world, and Sylvia murders him. And Jared never knows why Sylvia murdered him.
In fact, he probably goes to her for help, considering that she's one of the few survivors from his catastrophe.
So I guess the question here is, why was this a cautionary tale? What is it warning us against?
Be very careful when buying real estate.
I don't think I can top that.
Nope, me neither.
All right, and that is where we are going to wrap up the Chronicle. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm Eric Zawadzki. I'm the developer for the Deviant the Renegades line. This is my regular tabletop group that has been meeting in quarantine, but not for much longer. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Jake playing Steve.
Noel playing Benji.
Rachel playing Tamsin.
Mark playing Solomon.
Okay, thank you so much.